Hello everybody and welcome back to Movie Squirm. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 2024 Netflix movie Under Paris, and this is directed by Xavier Gens and stars Berenice Bejo and Nassim Lage. When a new species of shark lurks in the waters of the River Seine in Paris, a team of scientists and river police hatch a plan to stop it before the World Triathlon Championships take place. Oh, and to my shock, another shark movie is out straight to Netflix here. Yes, I mean, we're getting shark movies all the time now, aren't we? Yearly, at least a shark movie, a big one will come out. Last year we had The Meg 2, The Black Demon, and this year we've had No Way Up, which is absolutely awful. It's one of the worst movies of the year for me, and I thought, surely this can't be any worse than that. And that was my main push to go to this one, because I thought Netflix are advertising it. It can't be worse, so maybe I'm in for a little bit of a better experience with Under Paris. So let's get into it. Now, what I will say, guys, if you're a fan of shark movies, there might be something for you here. My two favourite shark films are Jaws and Deep Blue Sea. And I'm happy to report that it is kind of a mixture of both of them movies. Definitely not on the levels of them films, especially Jaws. But there's a bit of political drama going on here in the city of Paris, mixed with the silliness of Deep Blue Sea, and it tries to combine them two to just give you a fun time. And in some ways this does succeed, especially in the third act when these characters decide to go and take the shark down themselves. Sounds a very familiar movie, but I think it works more with the silliness of Deep Blue Sea here, because these sharks are mutated in this film. They're over-the-top sharks. They're your average great white sharks or anything like that. These sharks are sort of a new breed that's come about, and that just leads to many limbs being torn off and lots of violence and gore. And you can tell that the makers of this film surely were fans of Deep Blue Sea, because there's a shot taken straight out of that movie, and we see it twice in this film. You'll know what I mean when you see it. But I was just like, yeah, man, that's their little thing to say. We're fans of that film for sure. We love that Rennie Harlan movie. But this movie kind of does go there with the violence. I think sometimes these shark films kind of disappoint when it comes to that. You think you're going in to see a lot of limbs being torn off or whatever, but they always disappoint. They're always kind of cut away or poorly edited because they're lower budget movies. But here, it definitely tries to deliver on that. In two scenes, especially in the middle of the movie and towards the end, I was like, holy shit, they're not messing around. And I did like the location of Paris in this movie. I think it was utilised very well with the filming and stuff, because this river runs right through the centre of the city, and you can definitely feel the heartbeat of Paris all around it. And I also like that we used a river, the main river of the city there, as a little bit of a shake-up, because these movies usually take place in the ocean and stuff, but to have it running through an entire populated city was an interesting choice. And the two main characters in this film were fine, I thought. There's not exactly any character arc to explore here or anything like that. I mean, there's a small attempt at times, but I think what made them stand out is that they didn't make too many dumb decisions in this movie compared to a lot of the side characters. But I thought they were fine, kind of well acted. You latched onto them a little bit. They done a job. But man, some of the decisions of the characters in this film are dumb as shit, especially one involving the mayor, and I was just screaming at the TV going, what? What is wrong with you? Are you an idiot? If this goes wrong, there's going to be hell to pay. And things like that kind of took me out of the film. There's also a scene where a lot of little, there's a little sort of secluded location under this river where a lot of characters decide to go, and they're all sort of bunked up on this little ledge where the water is right in front of them and there's sharks looming around. I'm like, have you really all just gone down there? Seriously? So I didn't really care if some people died in this film, because they deserved it. And I do think the explanation of these mutated sharks was a little bit lazy, I thought. I mean, I thought they could have done something a little bit better there, but it's kind of just glossed over, and you're like, yeah, really? That's why they're mutating? So, yeah, I think they could have wrote that one out a little bit better, but it's a minor nitpick. Now, I will say there is a few CGI issues involving the sharks here. I hate CGI. It just takes me out the movie every time. It's kind of why I don't rate the remake of It as highly as a lot of others, because when Pennywise is throwing his head around and it's all CGI, I just think it looks silly. But here, it's tolerable. I mean, I was expecting some CGI in this movie anyway, but the sharks, they're kind of fine here and there, but there are moments where a lot of sharks will attack someone and it stands out like a sore thumb. So sometimes it's fine and you don't really notice it too much, but other times when there's a lot of fast movements and stuff, you're like, yeah, computer generated shark right there. And I will say there's a little bit of a pacing issue with the first half of this film, guys. If you're going into it expecting some shark carnage straight away and stuff, it does take a little bit of a while to get going until about the midway point, and nothing really too interesting is happening up until then. There's a lot of filler, there's a lot of boring story building, I suppose. But once we get past that, it does become a lot more of a fun movie. So just a heads up there. Now, I know I said this movie, having Jaws and Deep Blue Sea mashed together, was one of the positives, and it was, because I did like seeing both sides of that, but it also struggles with what it wants to be. It doesn't know whether to take itself so seriously or just be over the top silly. And at times when it was being more silly and just going for the cons and stuff, I think that's where it was succeeding the most. And I wish it would have kind of just went down that path a little bit more. But in other areas, you're like, okay, I've been taking out that scene now, that was really fun, and now I'm like, got to be serious here with the characters and what they're talking about. So it kind of struggles to find that balance. However, guys, this is one of the most fun shark movies I've seen in a while. I mean, it's nothing spectacular or anything, but I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. And if you are into shark movies yourself, it's probably worth giving this one a go. So don't expect too much, but expect a fun time. I'm just going to go ahead and rate this movie now, guys. I'm going to give Under Paris a 6.5 out of 10. Not one of my favourite shark movies ever. Definitely not one of the worst. Just somewhere in the middle tier. Okay, guys, hope you all enjoyed this review. If you want more 2024 movie reviews, they will be in the link down below. What did you think of Under Paris? Fan, not a fan? Do you agree with me? Do you totally disagree? Please do let me know in the comments down below, and I get back to you all, I promise. If you like this stuff, please give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. It would really help me out. Thanks so much, guys. You take care, and I'll see you on the next video.